Started.
Elliot WW. Okay, I'm going to play e4 here again and try and get a Scotch game if I can. Maybe I get it. I'm trying to learn this. I'm going to do opening basics on the Scotch. And I know a little bit about it, but I'm trying to gain some experience with it. See what lines people are playing. So he takes. And now the main move is bishop here or knight here. Oh, so he played something different. Okay, this pawn can be subject to attack by knight f6. Develop a knight in advance of that, so I don't have to react to that. And just develop the bishop here. Set up something like a Sicilian, except he's missing his e pawn instead of his c pawn. I could play bishop to b5 here. That looks a little bit interesting. No, he just defends. Let's see. So can I castle? The question is, does he have a great discovery here with the knight takes? Now I take the bishop with check, so there's no really good discovery. Let's just castle. He can play knight here to harass my bishop. That's true. Let's stop that. Stop that idea right now, since he castled first. And let's see. Okay, he's putting the question to my bishop. I still should have considered whether he could take the knight there before playing that move. Knight takes, bishop takes, knight. No, I don't know if there's any great knight moves there, so he just takes back and I take back. So it was probably okay. So what do I want to do about this situation? I can, it's kind of a closed position. I can actually give up this bishop. It's not the world's greatest bishop. It's a light-colored bishop on the same square as my center pawn here. Same color square. Let's play b3 there and support potential knight maneuvers, and also to defend against rook to b8. Okay, let's bring this knight back around. He's opened up a nice square here on d5 for my knight. This knight could go to f5, but well, he would probably trade it off there. So let's just go back to f3. He can always chase my knight away from that d5 square with the pawn to c6 push, so maybe it's not such a great square. I could bring this knight around from d2 to c4. That might be an idea here. Knight d2 to c4 and then push on with pawn to e. Well, actually the knight already is supporting pawn to e5. Pawn to e5 right now. Pawn takes, knight takes. I mean, if he moves the knight, then I can take, and there would be, and I don't know if he has any great squares to move the knight to in the first place, but yeah, it would go to some awkward square over here, I guess, if he moved it. Or if he takes, I take back and leaves him with isolated pawns. That seems like a good deal. He could hop into here, maybe? No, he cannot. So yeah, rather than making some moves to prepare e5, just play it immediately. It looks like it was already prepared. Yeah, so we went for that. Now, as long as there's no great discoveries with this bishop, I'm in good shape. It can go to this diagonal, but it's only got 2 moves, really, so not hard to calculate. And I can take off this light squared bishop, and then my opponent will no longer have the bishop pair advantage. We'll both have dark squared bishops, and then I can start putting pressure on his c-pawns here. They look a bit messy, those c-pawns. Maybe I can take advantage of it. Yeah, I like getting rid of that light squared bishop. It also allows me to play moves like queen to f3 without being harassed by his bishop. So let's put the queen out there. And then maybe a rook to d1 to pin this bishop. Maybe that'll be useful at some point. Knight to a4 to put pressure on c5 is still an idea here. But actually rook d1 threatens bishop takes c5 directly, doesn't it? And yeah, I don't see any great moves. Okay, so he unpins. Still, I think rook d1 is a good idea. Just leaves open the option of knight to d5 as well as knight to a4. Knight a4 he might answer with c4, just pushing that pawn forward and dissolving his weakness. Okay, now he's forcing the issue with that knight. So what do I want to do? Knight here, knight takes, rook takes. Okay, he's also... hey, that's a good tactic. He's threatening checkmate and he's threatening the loose knight here. Is there any way to answer this? Yeah, looks like I messed up. This bishop has no tempo moves. If I could lure his king to a dark square, let his queen take here and then move this bishop with check, but I don't see that happening. Okay, moving this rook out of the way to allow the queen to come in. He can still take the knight or he can check.
Server announcement.
It did not defend the knight. Knight here, just mate. It is just mate. Yep. Okay. Well, that was this may be a short game. We'll see. Gotta look out for those cheap tactics. Oh, mate threats. Mate threats are always in order. So yeah, he can just grab there. So what can I play? Nothing much. I'm looking at his rook in the corner. If I could maybe find some way to get to lure this rook off the back rank. Yeah, not so simple. Okay, bishop here. Yeah, the bishop is just pinned actually. Okay, so let's back up with the queen so that my bishop is unpinned. He can grab another pawn here, but that is not a big deal at this point since I'm down a whole piece. See what he plays. I would just take the c-pawn. That's probably good. Getting his pieces out is probably a good idea as well. Okay, so maybe bishop here to put some pressure on his defensive knight. Maybe rook up and over. That may be an idea. He brings his bishop here to defend the bishop and to oppose rooks. So if I play pawn here, hitting his bishop, where does the bishop go? He might trade first, and then take there. No, he can't take there. Let's play this. The bishop can come here with check. True enough. Still, I need to do a little something. So can I throw in bishop takes or pawn takes? Probably not. Because he can take my rook with check.
Check.
Okay. Now his back rank is a little bit weak. Okay, setting up to make more threats. Huh? But he's not hitting my rook. There's no mate threat here. So queen here, for example, would threaten bishop takes knight and queen takes rook. That's funny. Yeah, he had the battery here, and then he went to there. So he can probably mate me at this point with the queen and the bishop. Yeah, that's a checkmate there. Okay, well, I'll wait till he finds it, but good game. He mates first, so it doesn't matter that I'm threatening mate as well. Although maybe it gave him pause.
Check.
Oh, look at that. He didn't. Yeah, just queen takes h3 was checkmate. So he's escaping here.
Check.
This is still checkmate, I guess. Check here and checkmate, right? Okay, well, we'll wait and see if he finds this one. This is a little class in checkmating patterns. Yeah, see, with the queen here, I can't escape to this square, so I have to go to this square. And then the queen comes to g1.
Checkmate.
All right, good game. I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.